Thank you for joining us for the webinar, Solve Business Problems Faster with SAP Cloud Platform, brought to you by Neelant. I would like to introduce you to our speakers. First, we have Robin Rastogi. Robin has been with Neelant since inception and has played a crucial role in shaping the company during its formative years. With more than 22 years of experience, and is currently the SVP and country head for Neelant Australia. He is responsible for the overall operations of the company in the Asia Pacific region, and Robin has lived and worked in several different parts of the globe and cherishes his learnings and relationships. Next, we have Chris Chapman. Chris's professional career spans 40 years. He has held senior management positions across broadcasting, internet, broadband, infrastructure investment companies, and he's been the chief executive of Sydney's Olympic Stadium and was the inaugural chairman and the chief executive of the ACMA. Today, he serves as the chairman of a number of organizations and companies of considerable variety, including the London-based International Institute of Communications, which he was the first Australian to be appointed to that role, and he is the chairman of Neelant's wholly owned Australian subsidiary. Last but not least, we have Sabat Kazi. Sabat has more than 25 years of experience, out of which 22 years have been in the SAP ecosystem. Sabat has led multiple SAP implementation projects and programs for digital transformation. He has also been driving development of innovative solutions in SAP white spaces on S/4HANA, as well as SAP Cloud Platform. He regularly presents at SAP summits and events. With that, I would like to hand it over to Chris.
Thanks, Caitlin, and let me add my welcome. In about 2007, about 2 years into my decade-long chairmanship of the ACMA, the Apple iPhone came out, and it was then with the smartphone revolution that the business world began to really change as traditional business models were left exposed, really. Initially, this was only seen in a few businesses, a few business verticals. Today, in every business and government vertical, particularly where the enterprise engages with highly data-driven social, mobile, and networked users. And also today, we routinely talk about AI and ML and Internet of Things and cloud and blockchain, data analytics, robotics, and any other number of transformations and reconfigurations or reimaginings, all of which are beginning to have a profound effect on business and government and perforce our society and day-to-day life. Now, all that was the then new normal for the last decade or so, before the discussion of a prospective new normal, which has unexpectedly raised its head this year. And here today, in yet another of the recent series of highly educative Neelant webinars, we'll focus on the SAP Cloud Platform, which is a no-brainer for so many organizations if they really want to innovate, if they really want to use the plethora of emerging technologies, some of which I just mentioned, and also have the comfort that they can scale with time and experience as they go deeper into their digital journey, and then they can do so with speed. Now, Robin Rastogi is, as Caitlin said, the country head for Neelant Australia. He's just going to remind us that the Neelant Group is globally recognised for its implementation expertise in this domain. And he's going to in turn introduce Subhahat Kazi, the co-founder and CEO of Intellect Bizware, a key company within Neelant's international family of companies with all of its enormous expertise and its bench strength. And it's Subhahat who has the real intel for us today on the SAP Cloud Platform. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Robin.
Thank you, Chris. So we are a global consulting and services company. And on the right hand side, you see the four pillars that define Neelan. The first one starts off with business transformation consulting, the next digital transformation, data science and analytics, and platform and technology transformation. Um, you see, we talk about digital transformation a lot these days, and Neelan acknowledges and understands that digital transformation doesn't understand from the digital channel per se. It actually starts off from your core business processes. And therefore, the emphasis first on business transformation consulting, where we look at things like strategic planning by listening to customers, business transformation. So that is process overhaul, process reengineering, process optimization. We use things like Lean Six Sigma consulting to look at business process optimization. Once we've done the business process side of things, we then move on to the digital enablement, which is all about things like omni-channel, digital platform enablement, IoT, mobility, and so on. So Neelant is well versed with several digital technologies, having adopted and used them on a number of our global client assignments. The third pillar is data science and analytics. Data, we know, is today's currency, and we have a very strong practice on data and AI, predictive analytics, machine learning, natural language processing, and so on. We also, over the past few years, have made some strategic acquisitions in the data science space. We acquired one of the analytics divisions of Moody's, the credit rating company, and that's been integrated into Neelant Analytics as well. So that's the third arm. And the fourth one is platform and technology transformation. This includes things like core applications, platform lifecycle management, ecosystem build, and so on and so forth. Notably, we are big proponents of design thinking, using that framework a lot on our platform type engagements, where we look at things like user experience, customer experience, and so on and so forth. And we have set up these labs across the globe. So there are 3 labs, one in the US, one in South Africa, and one at our head office in India, which has design consultants working on these strategies for platforms. On the left side, now left bottom, you see some awards have been mentioned. So we are SAP 2016 HANA Cloud Platform Hackathon winner. We also got an award in 2017 for Asia Pacific Japan Partner Excellence Award from SAP. Last year, we were awarded the 2019 Power BI Partner of the Year by Microsoft. And this year, we've actually won another award from Microsoft, which is not listed, but Microsoft US Partner of the Year for Cloud Package Solutions. So from a technology perspective, SAP and Microsoft happen to be the 2 core technologies and very strong partnerships. Not to say we don't work on other technologies, but these are the 2 where we've got exceptional capabilities. So really, this is what we deliver. So we talk about transformation, optimization, innovation. When you say transformation, I already mentioned, start off with your business process, start off with your people. People sit within the process. So effectively, when you talk about a rehaul of your business processes, it is impacting your people and the underlying business processes. So first, that part of your organization. Once we've done the transformation, once we've sort of fundamentally revamped our business processes, then we look to optimize, the purpose being stabilize your working environment now. So that's the optimization. And next level would be innovation, to try and think, see where we could gain efficiencies by way of productivity gains, by way of cost optimization, by way of delight from a customer experience perspective. So that's on the innovation side. And we deliver these cycles in this manner to our clients. Now, without taking precious time further on this call, let me introduce Sabahat. Sabahat is the head of our SAP business, as Caitlin mentioned. He is a hardcore SAP consultant himself, and he will introduce the SAP practice to us now. Over to you, Sabahat.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. And thanks, Chris and Caitlin. I welcome you all to this webinar on the SAP Cloud Platform and how you can use it to solve your business problems. To start off, let me just give you a short overview of our SAP practice. We have worked with more than 200 customers, in fact, over 450 plus engagements ranging from implementing solutions to supporting, enhancing the systems, converting, in fact, from the older ECC to the newer S4HANA system. We have done more than 50 S4HANA implementations as such. And during the course of our various engagements across industries, we realized that there is a lot of reusability which can be built around specific needs of customers. If you look at a specific vertical, you'll find there are some 80-90% of the requirements are pretty common between customers in that vertical. So why not develop accelerators around that so we can speed up implementations? And then the remaining 10 to 20% is the kind of secret sauce or the differentiators that each company would have. And now there is an opportunity that whatever you develop for that 10-20% unique requirements, you can take it to the market. So we have taken many of these accelerators, lifted them, shifted them onto the SAP Cloud Platform. And that's what we are going to talk about today. I'll also take you through a couple of use cases. Apart from that, we have 4 S4HANA qualified solutions. These are for various verticals, and 3 more are in the process, including one for the digital or the intelligent enterprise, as we are now calling it. We are also a winner of the SAP APJ Partner Excellence Award, and there are other awards. For example, Robin mentioned that we won a hackathon. In fact, in 2016, when SAP Cloud Platform was not something which was well recognized, winning this hackathon actually gave us a platform to look at developing solutions, unique solutions that can actually help overcome certain business challenges, and that's what we have done. Just to take you through what are we going to see today, what I'm going to show today. So we'll start with certain challenges that a lot of SAP customers today face. I'm not talking about the larger challenges which are there today, for example, COVID or lockdowns, limitations on when the stores can open. I will look at the typical challenges that we all face, especially SAP customers. And we'll then take an overview of the SAP Cloud Platform so you understand what all is available. I will not do a deep dive into the technology piece. I will look at it more from what business can actually do with it, how you can use it to solve your business problems. And we have done a lot of work, as I mentioned, not just in developing solutions. We have also worked with a lot of customers to solve their business challenges using our design thinking approach. So there are some use cases that I will showcase. And then we'll take a look at how we can move forward, how you can move forward, and how you can utilize SAP Cloud Platform. And then we are open for any questions that you might be having. So I think this is one of, this might be familiar. If you're looking at any customer's SAP landscape, you'll find a lot of boxes, a lot of linkages, a lot of interfaces between systems, use of Excel, for example, various different technologies. So all of them create a landscape which is pretty difficult to actually use. And if you have to make a change because business is dynamic, there is some requirement which has come. If you have to make a change in an existing SAP program, for example, it's not something which is stress-free. So you worry, where is the impact going to be? Is it going to disrupt business? And so what is the solution? What you keep doing is you keep building more and more new ABAP programs, sometimes copies of the older program to make changes so that the older one stays as it is. And ultimately, your not just your overall landscape, even your SAP ERP system, in fact, becomes pretty bloated. Now, the second challenge that we all see is while our personal lives, we have changed a lot in the last decade, the way we communicate, the way we entertain, the way we shop, the way we travel, the way we pay. So, for example, if you're going out somewhere, you'll book on Airbnb, for example, or some other aggregator site. If you want to be entertained, a lot of people would just turn on Netflix, many would watch YouTube. So a lot of things have changed. But when you see our work lives, we are still using the old SAP GUI with tens or hundreds of fields, many of which have no relevance to our businesses. Even the technology that we use has been pretty old. So this, I think, is a big challenge. And what we can now think of is how we can bring the kind of consumer grade experience that we have into our work life as well. The third challenge is that there is a lot of new emerging technologies which has come up, and there are a lot of startups, not just your peers, but startups who are using these technologies to disrupt the traditional business model. They are doing it through machine learning, for example, or analytics, or big data, or IoT. So you name it, and there is some technology which is now available which wasn't there earlier. And the new startups, they are very nimble. They can easily adopt those and solve a specific business problem. And that's creating competition for all of us. So the idea is, how do you solve it? The idea is you have to use innovation. And innovation itself is not just an idea. It is a combination of creativity and how do you execute on that idea. So with creativity, you can do design thinking workshops, you can brainstorm. There are various ways to do it. But what is critical, what is core is how you are able to execute on that idea. The typical way to do it would be you think of a business problem and you say, okay, fine, this is how I'm going to solve it. And you go about searching for the right technology, what infra, what server you would need, what database, how do we integrate it with the rest of the landscape, which programming language to use, how do you wireframe. So it's a long drawn process. And in today's world, we expect us to be very nimble, to solve problems pretty quickly. And so what if you had a platform instead of having these pieces available separately, which you need to combine? And SAP Cloud Platform is one such platform. In fact, I would say the best platform for an SAP customer, because it has ready integrations with your other SAP systems, be it ERP, be it S4HANA, be it success factors, for example, Ariba. So you can use the SAP Cloud Platform. It will have a lot of services available. So pick up those services and create your own solution and do it very quickly. So now coming to the overview of the SAP Cloud Platform, we have seen the challenges. Now let's see how we are able to resolve it. I'm sure you would all have seen the infinite loop of the intelligent enterprise, which SAP has. You have on one side the operations, which is your typical core ERP system or your planning systems, covering your HR, your finance, supply chain, procurement. This is the operational part. On the left side, you will see experience. So while the operations covers the what, the why part, which is knowing why things are happening and actually how your customers are feeling or your employees are feeling or how the brand is performing, all that is part of the experience side. And all the data that you generate from experience, from operations, all of them actually can be used to generate intelligent insights. And that's where the business technology platform comes in. And one of the components, I would say the primary component of the business technology platform is the SAP Cloud Platform, where you can do application development, integration with other systems. You even have a HANA database available. So if you want to perform, for example, predictive analytics, you can run it on that. You have SAP Leonardo, where you have intelligent technologies like IoT and all. And you have the SAP Analytics Cloud, to do the slice and dice and predictive analytics. So while SAP Cloud Platform is a platform as a service, there are different ways in which you can use it. First one I would say is extension or extend, which is an existing application of SAP, be it a cloud or an on-premise application. You can extend the capabilities, build a new solution, which is the build part altogether, because there are a lot of workflows, for example, or customer specific engagement related applications. You can build completely new apps on the SAP Cloud Platform as well. The third one is related to the experience, where the user experience, we are all used to using the SAP GUI, but now Fiori has come in, and why can't we use Fiori for a lot of other applications as well? So that's another area. Fourth one is integration. So you would have multiple systems in your landscape, not just SAP. Can you integrate them and create a seamless, intelligent framework for your company? So we'll take a look at examples of all these 4 types of use cases. If you see, this is the breakup of the SAP Cloud Platform, starting with the infrastructure. So earlier it used to be available only on SAP infrastructure. Now we have the other hyperscalers also available. So Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud or AWS, all of them are available. From an environment perspective, you have the older Neo environment. You now have the Open Cloud Foundry as well as an environment. You have ABAP as an environment now, which is available. And then from a data perspective, you have the in-memory HANA database, which is available. So you can have massive amounts of data and you can get response time as low as in milliseconds out of it. Next is the technical services which are available. So technical services, when I say, it means the new emerging technologies like machine learning, blockchain, analytics, integration. So ready integration connectors available for you, security, then mobile portal developments which you can do. Fifth one is the business services. So for example, you want to create an application where you need to calculate tax for a certain product. Would you build the thing from scratch? You don't need to. Those business services are available. You can directly use these to calculate tax in any geography around the world. From a master data perspective, you have a common master data framework. You can use it across applications. Then you also have an open marketplace where both SAP as well as partners are publishing connectors or APIs, whitelisted APIs, which you can use. If there is a customer who has Salesforce.com in their landscape, there's a ready API available. You can connect directly your system with that. And then on top of it, all of these are connecting to the SAP applications which are already there. There are customer specific applications which you can again connect, the third-party applications. So with this framework or the platform, you can create any type of application, integrate with any other system, extend your current solutions as well, and have a user experience which is consumer grade. So what I say is SAP Cloud Platform with the 65 plus services, some of the services we just saw, it's like a Lego block for the enterprise. You have a use case where you feel you need to use blockchain as a service, you need to build an app around that. You can just combine the two, subscribe to those services and start using it. So it's a very quick way of innovating. So use case B might require something else, use case C might require something else. It's pretty seamless, pretty quick to develop applications. Now we'll come to a few practical use cases, both developments that we have done as IPs to take to market, as well as solutions we have developed for a lot of our customers as well. So when I talked about extending the solutions, what I meant is you already have maybe ERP or S4HANA or S4HANA Cloud. You can extend what are the capabilities, because many times you have white spaces in the standard SAP solutions. Can you plug in those white spaces? And instead of developing those applications or small programs within your core SAP system, why not keep the core clean and instead develop it on the SAP Cloud Platform? With the ABAP environment also being available, you can leverage your current ABAP resources that you have, and you don't need to bother about the connectivity which is available. So this is an example of a custom workflow we built. This is a very typical problem people have. You have the SAP Material Master, where actually a lot of people need to cooperate, collaborate, and fill a lot of information. Many companies resort to either some external tools or they have an Excel sheet which flows via mail, and each department, for example, supply chain, quality, sales, they'll keep on filling the required fields, and once it's filled up, somebody validates and then uploads it into the system to create the material master. So there is obviously an easier way. This application, what it does is it creates a workflow. Once you've initiated the creation of the master, it goes in a certain flow from one department to the next. Each department fills up the required information. There are validations in terms of drop downs which are available. So you select the right drop down, and that based on that drop down, there is the chances of mistakes are less, and then it flows across to the next department, and ultimately once it is all approved clean, it creates the master in the background in SAP. So this is a common requirement, in fact, that a lot of people have. The second use case is to build a new application altogether, an application that differentiates. Instead of, as I mentioned, searching for the right language, the right services, taxation, conversion, unit of measure conversions, you have all that ready as business services. Use the ready connectivity option again, which is available with SAP, because many of the workflows you'll find, in fact, they have integration points with some process. Just take the procure to pay process. You'll have some points which are done in the system, and there are other points in the workflow which are done outside the system. So use the ready connectivity options and create with one user experience, which is Fiori, one seamless application. Another advantage is when you're creating those new applications, if we were doing it within the core SAP system itself, we may not be able to leverage the emerging technologies. But if you build it on the SAP Cloud Platform, you can leverage those emerging tech as well. So this is an example of a solution we have built for the B2B2C kind of businesses, where you resort to channel business. You have distributors who ultimately may supply to a stockist or may supply directly to the retailers or the stores. What we are trying to do is we are trying to bring the secondary sales data, which your channel partner is actually selling to the next level in his supply chain. So they can do their purchase from you. When they create a purchase order, it translates into a sales order in your system. And similarly, they can also directly sell to their customers or to the stores. And even that data is made available to you in real time. So the principle is, the closer you are to the actual consumer in your market, the better is your forecast, the better is your inventory planning, and we are able to achieve that. At the same time, there is no time lost in converting the purchase order of your dealer distributor into a sales order in your system. It's in real time. So this is a solution we have built on the SAP Cloud Platform. It's called Ideal. Another example of build, for example, there is a corporate social responsibility spends that you do. There is a budget and you need to use it for the right projects. So this solution takes care of the entire requirement of CSR, right from documentation. Sometimes validation is required with some government website, and the entire process, including capturing whether it has actually happened or not. You can take pictures and store it, and it actually generates a docket. So for each CSR project, you know what are the documents, what are the steps, what purchase orders have been made against that. Entire thing is there, and it tightly integrates with your finance system within the core ERP system. You also have a dashboard to see what are the ongoing projects, and that's a big advantage, in fact, to monitor these activities. Another example of creating new applications, this is a solution which we developed for the transportation chain. One use is in cold chain, another use is probably in mining industry as well. So right from building a load on what you want to dispatch to your customers, requisitioning for the vehicle arrives at your plant or at your DC or your location, and the entire process where it is loaded, where it's weighed, and where if you want to monitor the temperature, you are putting in the sensors, and any checklist in terms of whether it is clean or not and things like that, all that is covered. Not just that, we are also able to use machine learning to actually determine the number plate, validate it against what was promised by the transporter. So it automatically reads the number plate, gets the number. It also can take the photograph of the driver, and if the driver has already come earlier, all his details are automatically captured. So this does the entire transportation chain. Once the vehicle is on the road, then if the ambient temperature goes up, it is able to alert you. If there's any unscheduled stoppage in between, that stoppage is also immediately recognized and relayed to the supply chain team. And then ultimately you can do analytics. You can block the transporter if you want based on its past performance. So full analytics, which is insight to action, not just a separate analytics, but an analytics where you can directly take action as well. These are some of the available services. I mentioned there are some 65 plus services which are available on the SAP Cloud Platform. And we have used these in the use cases we have shown earlier. The cold chain use case used the IoT application enablement, Internet of Things. In the CSR application, we use the document service, for example. Identity authentication was again used for a single sign-on. Then we used SAP Analytics Cloud for getting the analytics dashboard as well, and SAP Web IDE, which is used for the development of these applications. The third type of use case is related to the new user experience. Obviously, there are multiple channels that you would want to communicate. It's not just using a user interface. So you have conversational AI, which is available. You have the mobile frameworks to develop mobile or portal applications. And you have the option of developing automated workflows. So if you want to put in a business rule in a workflow, those can also be built. It gives a seamless experience to the user. Many times you may want to bring non-SAP applications also as part of one single workflow, and the user would only see one type of user interface, which is Fiori, across all those applications as well. This is an example of bringing multiple channels into one single system. You can see on a single Fiori launchpad, you have SAP Cloud applications along with even non-SAP applications. You can see Salesforce, you can see Yatra, you can see Ramco, and you can also see applications which we have built on the SAP Cloud Platform. So for the user, it's a single sign-on. When he clicks, he gets into the application. In fact, even within the application also, you want to create a layer which is still Fiori. Even that is possible to do as well. The fourth use case, a very important use case, in fact, is related to integrating multiple systems, because any organization, it's not just one siloed SAP system that they would use. They would use other solutions from SAP as well as non-SAP solutions. So the integration suite within the SAP Cloud Platform provides you ready APIs, ready connectors with multiple systems. In fact, there are more than 150 different types of connectors which are available. You can just subscribe to them and start using them. So again, the idea of an intelligent enterprise is where you have seamless processes, irrespective of which application you are actually using in the background. This is an example of what we did with one customer, where we connected the S4 system with the SFDC system, which is Salesforce. A pretty simple way to do it. While there are ready connectors which are available, I mentioned, there is also the option of developing connectors on your own. So I have covered 4 different types of use cases: extending, building, user experience, and integration. Now, while you want to actually do this, there is a need for a prototype to be done. And there is a tool in SAP called Build. Now it is being sunsetted, and you'll have a new tool called Fiori Tools. The idea is you create a persona for the user, and then you do the wireframing for it. Then what will it actually look like? You can create a kind of a model, an MVP, in fact. And this can also generate low-code program which can be used actually to then build on top of it. And you can even do a user survey to get feedback. The idea is, just to give you an example, one customer we worked with, we were able to, within 3 days in a design thinking workshop, come up with the full wireframe, a clickable kind of a model. And in the next 10 days, we were able to cover the entire thing and create a working application. So timelines as short as 10 days to develop a full application end-to-end with use of even emerging technologies, the new user interface. It was unheard of in our earlier SAP days, but now that's very much possible. And a lot of customers are now adopting this approach. You also have a Cloud Platform Discovery Center recently released, where you can access all of these APIs or solutions which are available both from SAP as well as from partners. The full documentation is given, even code is given in many cases. So how you're going to use it, what is the JSON format. You can quickly subscribe and adopt and start using these applications for your a larger application. One thing is the extension suite, which can connect with SAP non-SAP systems. It can connect on-prem as well as on-cloud. And there's the integration suite again. And the idea is not just within SAP solutions, even beyond SAP solutions. If you want to build something, you can build it with the SAP Cloud Platform. So it's a simple way to integrate, to quickly develop these solutions and actually solve a business problem and get business value out of it. Yeah, so what would be the way forward for an SAP customer? Let's take a look. So many customers are doing, for example, they have digital initiatives. They are doing a top-down approach where they're planning a larger digital transformation with business model change, where the top executive is actually looking into it. And then within the digital initiatives across customer experience, operational processes improvement, or business model change, you will have smaller digital initiatives which have numbered as 1 to 8, 9 to 16, 7 to 24. But these are large, full-scale digital transformation that they have a longer route to do. The other approach is a bottom-up approach, where you pick up certain initiatives in each of these areas. For example, you can pick up something in customer experience, you can pick up something from the operational process. And while these may be partial, but still they solve a business problem. And you can take this partial and shorter route as well. So SAP Cloud Platform helps in both the top-down approach as well as a bottom-up approach. But many customers feel that they'll have to wait for the larger digital transformation to start before they can start leveraging these technologies. But there is a quicker way you can adopt with a bottom-up approach as well, which with partial, smaller digital initiatives and see the business value coming out of them. So once we have the approach in place, then the first step would be, if you don't have SAP Cloud Platform access, then you can sign up for a free trial account, identify in an innovation challenge, any business problem that you're facing, or you may already have a use case in mind. Then next step would be you conduct a workshop. If it's just a business challenge, I suggest you conduct a design thinking workshop. As I mentioned, in a very short time, you can come up with a prototype or even a minimum viable product as well. The next important step in the design thinking process is actually you need to validate and get feedback from the user. The idea is to fail fast in case it's not working out without having invested too much. So get the feedback, make changes, and then you can develop it further. Obviously, if it's integrating with multiple systems or with SAP, you may not be able to do that in the first phase itself when you're developing the prototype. But within a time as short as I mentioned, 10 days, you're able to have the integrations also in place. Run a pilot, see how it's going. Again, if you want to make some changes, do it. And you can scale up and deploy in production very quickly, because again, on the SAP Cloud Platform, you're not bothered about the infrastructure. It's just a matter of subscribing to those higher, say, for instance, database requirements, and you're up and running with an application in as short a timeline as 10 to 15 days. Yeah, so what I would say is we have seen all this statement, intelligently connecting people, things, and businesses. This is referring to the intelligent enterprise. But how is SAP doing it? One statement from Dr. Hasso Plattner, who's the chairman of supervisory board of SAP. I think that summarizes how important SAP Cloud Platform is. He said it is at the center of everything we do now. So most of the work that SAP is doing is happening on the SAP Cloud Platform, even new solutions. For example, you might have heard of the Industry Cloud. All of them are being developed on the SAP Cloud Platform. And not just that, it's not just SAP's innovation that you get access to. You also have the partners who are now able to showcase their unique solutions, applications that they have built. So those innovations are also available in the SAP App Center or the Discovery Center for you to use. Last, I would say is that it's not just a cool toy to play around. Any innovation challenge, any problem statement, any use case that you have in mind, I think this is one platform that can deliver very quickly and without disruption. We'll move to the Q&A now. So before we get into Q&A, I would just like to say that you can reach out to us for a complimentary workshop for a day to discuss any of the use cases that you have, any of the business problems, challenges that you're facing. The email IDs are given here. You can reach out to any of us. Thanks. Over to you, Caitlin. If there
Wonderful.
Are any questions.
Thank you so much, Subhat. Yes, as we said at the beginning of the webinar, if you have any questions, please enter them into the questions pane in the menu. But we do have a few in the queue, so let's start with those. The first question is, are the solutions that you talked about available as ready solutions?
Yeah, so many of the solutions are available. In fact, we have some solutions listed on the SAP App Center as well. They are ready to use. What I have seen typically is many of the customers would want to use these solutions as a template and add on or make some changes depending on their unique requirements. So yes, I would say 95% of the solutions you'll use as a template, and 5% could be readily deployable as is.
Wonderful, thank you. Next question. We have the hyperscalers such as Azure, GCP, also offering PaaS options. How do you make the choice between those versus SAP Cloud Platform?
That's a very good question, Caitlin. In fact, with the Embrace program, which SAP is doing with Microsoft, there is a bit of overlap which is happening. But the idea is if you have SAP as your core systems or you're using as other SAP applications, connecting with those applications is a very critical requirement. And when that's a requirement, when you want to build such an application, I think it's best that we do it on the SAP Cloud Platform. Anyway, from an infrastructure perspective, we can opt for any of these hyperscalers as well. So actually, it's more of complementing each other rather than competing for services.
Great, thank you. Next question. Can we use SAP Cloud Platform with Suite on HANA?
Yes, obviously, not just Suite on HANA, you can use it with your ECC system as well. The only challenge I would say is if your ECC system is not on HANA, if you want something to be pulled up or a mass of data to be pulled up for some kind of analytics, then the speed of response might be a challenge. But typically for most workflows and applications, you don't need that. So you can very well use it with ECC. And if you're on Suite on HANA, then anyway, you're on HANA, so even speed is not a challenge. So yes, you can very easily use it.
Great, thank you. This next question is around licensing. They ask, how does the SCP licensing work? And can you give a ballpark figure on how much it would be, how much would the dealer portal cost us?
Okay, so yeah, the licensing is actually, there are multiple options which are available. There is a consumption option as well, where based on how much you're using, you can get credits, and whichever service you want to use, you can use, and the credits will get exhausted against those. There's another model for subscription where you decide you want to use out of the 65 services, maybe 5 services. Take them on board, use it, and there's a yearly subscription payment that you need to make. Ideal, as such, the pricing would depend on multiple factors. For example, how many channel partners do you want to bring in? It's 100 or it's 1,000. So the pricing will vary. Secondly, how many integration points are you looking at with SAP, while the typical integration points are already built in? So it's best that we actually see the requirement and then come up with the price.
Great, thank you. And it looks like that is all the questions that we had in the queue. So I will hand it back to you, Sabat, to close us out.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining in. And as I already mentioned, you can reach out to us for a complimentary one-day workshop. We would love to hear from you and listen to any business problem or a use case, and hopefully come up with a solution very quickly or do a POC very quickly. Thank you.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, Sabat and Robin and Chris, for joining us today. Excellent webinar. Really appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone, so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Okay.
Thank you.